Hi there, I'm Craig from Crafter's Companion, and I'm here to show you what you can be making with your brand new subscription box. This is box number 36, and it's all about our Scene Creator cards. This is what we are going to make, so let's dive right in and show you what you can do. So what I'm going to do to start with is I've brought in one of the card blanks that come within the set here. So this is one of 3 different sizes. And I'm going to go in now with our floral die. And I'm going to lay that straight over the top. So I'm going to open it up first. And then I'm going to lay that straight in. And you can see how it's the perfect fit for the C6 card blank. So what I can then do is, using my low tack tape, I'm going to secure that to the edges. By doing it to the edges, this is what's all going to cut away. So we're not going to see it. And then what we're going to do as well is I'm going to use my junior plates, but on my large Gemini. So I'm going to put it in that way. I'm going to do plastic, magnetic, and then top plate. We're going to run it through. But what I'm going to do is, once I hear it cut, what we can do is give it that extra cut, and I'm going to pause it, and then I'm going to reverse it. Because you've got a lot of detail in there. Alternatively, you could use your metal shim if you want instead. But we can then come out and then see if we've gone all the way, and just need to go through that tiny little bit more. So no worries, run it through. Because I've got most of it, I'm just going to let it all go through this time. It gives me time to bring in a couple of layers, which are also from the collection box. Only thing I've added is a piece of acetate here. I'll go over the sizes just in a second. So what we can then do, let's carefully peel that away. And because you've got a lot of this filigree detail, I want to be really careful when I took this off. And I am going to take my die tool and take all of these bits out, because what I'm going to do is we're going to recut again using one of the other papers. So let's take as much of that out as we can, and then that's ready for us to cut just in a minute. So let's set that to the side. What I'm going to do as well is we get a little bit at the top just hanging off over the edge, so we can snip that away. So this gives us our Scene Creator card that we can see here. What I'm then doing is I've brought in a piece of the stripe papers that come within the box, and this is to fit the inside. So let's use our tape runner. And I'm using my dotty tape runner only because what we're away to do, so we're ready to bring in the acetate. So let's press that one in. So let's bring in the acetate. And what I've done is I've cut my acetate to the exact same size of my card blank. So what I'm then going to do is, on all of this decorative side, I'm going to go in with my tape runner, and I'm going to go all the way across. Be careful, because you've got all those little intricate bits, so we can then hold them as we're going. And then we can finish off. So let's hold it down and secure it. We can come back with this acetate now, and I'm going to nestle it in neat and tidy up to the seam of the card, and then I'm going to press. I'm then going to maneuver some of these little bits just back out again, so we can join them all up. And the reason that we've popped acetate underneath is because we're going to come back, like I said a moment ago, and we're going to recut another piece of cardstock, which I have got here. Now this is from the subscription box as well. The only difference is I've added a piece of our double-sided adhesive onto the back. So what we can then do is bringing in that die once again, and I'm going to take these remaining bits out, and then we can bring in our plates once again. And I'm going to pop this one on, and we're going to pop our die over the top as well. For this one, I am going to add my metal shim, because not only have we got our cardstock, but we've got that adhesive layer as well. So this is really going to enable that die to bite into the paper through the adhesive, including the backing. And this is then going to make all these die-cut pieces now adhesive and sticky. So moving all these bits. Now we want to be careful at this bit, because all the bits that pop out are actually the bits that we want. So there's a couple of ways that you can do this. So let's take this one out here. Now I'm going to have a look at this one here. I'm going to bring in our scissors and I'm going to roughly, just for a second, trim out one of these flower heads, and then I'm going to follow the line around and we're finishing off the flow of that flower. So we can pop that one in, finish off there and then there. And because we've used our double-sided adhesive sheet, this makes it into a sticker. So let's peel this one off. Any of the little backing of the adhesive, we're just going to pop out. We can come back and we can match it up and overlay it. So we're just finding the way that it needs to go, which is in there, and then press it into place. And then the last one that we're going to do is we're going to do the alternative version. So we're doing a little bit of paper piecing. So these little bits here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop them out, and you only need to be careful with this one because some have got the adhesive backing come off and some still has it in place. So if it's come off, just be careful. But we can then take it with our pokey tool, and that acetate gives us our backing. So we can then go in with this one that's also got the backing off, and we're just going to work our way around, and we're going to have a place, see where it goes. That one goes there, and then all that'll do is we'll do one more to show you the idea. So let's pop that one where it needs to go. So turning all the way around so that you know exactly. Let's just do this one as well. So popping it on the end of your pokey tool, that's going to be a big help to you. That one, let's do this one, and then one more, and that'll complete the flower head. Peeling it off, popping it into place, and then if they've not all come out at the one time, just go back to the die because it'll still be there. So have a look, so it's into place here, which is here. So we can take that one. We can then go in, here we go, still in the die here. So I'm going to peel that one off. And then that one, if you need to use your pokey tool, pop it in to place, up tiny little bit, stopping it. Once you've got it in, if you need to go in and poke any of these little bits out, then you can do. I think I'm happy with that now. Let's pop that one in. So that gives you your two options by either paper piecing into the layers or, of course, paper piecing on top. So you can then come along and you can do that with a few of the layers, do as many or as little as you wish. We are then going to end up with ours looking just like this one here. So you can see what we've done is we've done all those little bits of paper piecing underneath. We're then going to come back with our pattern paper. Let's get rid of any of these little bits here. Add in our adhesive, popping it into here. So I'm going to straighten that one up into place there. Let's get that where we need to go. Press it down. I'm going to press at the seam here. And then bringing in one of my Crafter's Companion sentiment stamps, which we've got here. Happy birthday to you. And I'm going to bring in my tape runner and I'm going to finish it off into the middle here with a dome. So I'm keeping that domed there, lifting it up, popping it here. So that's giving us down the side of our card, bringing in a couple of these coloured petals that are also within the set. Let's do one there. And then let's do one here. And last but not least, let's take one of these little bows that I've hand tied. That can go at the base. Let's use our tape runner. That can sit nicely here. I'm going to take any of this excess bits out of the way. And there is a really cute but really fancy scene, create a card die, doing a little bit of paper piecing, and that's just one idea as to what you can be making with the brand new subscription box, number 36, and it's all about the scene, create a card dies.